Hi guys, this is Targan coming at you with another game of Space Marine 2, and oh man, am I excited. Not least because I have a long time to play today, and well, we're gonna get some things accomplished. We start at the beginning of whatever mission we're about to be on. Yesterday we met some Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines and took care of the Sorcerer that was leading them. Very intense stuff. And probably could have waited for the loading to start the stream, but here we are.
Titus, see me on the crew deck at once.
As you wish, Chaplain.
And now the Chaplain
Sure
wants to talk to me.
and Gadriel are in attendance.
And now, so this should be interesting, right? Because meeting with Chaos isn't the thing that happens all the time. Like Gadriel said in the other one, you know, he knows what they are, ish, and stuff, but he's never dealt with them before this moment. It's very important anytime anyone even interacts with any Chaos stuff, let alone Chaos Space Marines, that the Imperium figure out what's going on. Have they been corrupted? If you just get, like, stabbed with a Chaos weapon, sometimes bad things can happen, you know, without a person actually meaning for it to happen. It can just happen to them due to proximity.
Using an ancient battle barge as a battering ram, an unorthodox approach.
You disapprove?
On the contrary, it is inspired thinking.
I reluctantly second that. Why reluctantly? Because it will go to your head.
Got him. They got the weird little cherubs. Don't ask me why they keep those in cages. Normally they just, like, do work for a living. So here we are, and the Chaplain is about to either read us the riot act about how we've been talking to each other, or to threaten us vaguely because of what
Titus,
we've just seen.
I am troubled by a report I have received from the Astra Telepathica. An accusation of heresy.
Her voice was puppeted by her.
The lieutenant will answer.
The Psycho was possessed.
Your sergeant believed otherwise.
I was mistaken.
You attempted to incapacitate your lieutenant.
Yeah, so what is happening is he's reading us the riot act about internal squad squabblings, which is absolutely the Chaplain's job.
Thank the Emperor I failed.
And now, the only individual capable of reaching Lord Kelgar is dead. By your hands.
They always have their fists bunched up, so he's not, like, especially mad. That's just how Space Marines hold their hands.
Flicker of corruption. I will not hesitate as you did. You are dismissed.
And this segment's called "Why Is It Always You Three?"
Brother,
We've heard all the Chaplain's
what was
dialogues
spoken by the
according to
Chaplain?
this. So that's a fun little Harry Potter reference. Good stuff.
Time to go.
Assemble! All right.
The enemy have amassed the majority of their forces in the Numeralian Basin. Thalassa has the warp beacon. Viridian is hoping for a miracle. The rest of us will move to clear the reliquaries around the basin and establish a beachhead. We are facing overwhelming enemy numbers on Demerium. But the heretic filth down there have stirred the wrath of the Second Company. We will inflict upon the traitors such agony, the likes of which they have not seen since the burning of Prospero. They will suffer, they will break, and they will fall. Sons of Guilliman, for the glory of Ultramar! For the glory of Ultramar!
Observe this location.
No, I mean, take it away. So, it's weird that they would be, like, this is going to be the worst thing that happened to this is the burning of Prospero. The burning of Prospero is when the Space Wolves, my faction that I play on the tabletop, when the Space Wolves went in the heresy, and one thing led to another, and they basically burned about the whole place down, and Magnus the Red fell to chaos, and so on. But the Ultramarines weren't really there, and it
Brothers,
seems weird
our
that they would
captain's
bring
words
that
need
up.
no further embellishment. I will speak only of practical concerns. The heretics will employ absolute deception. You will be assaulted by lies and illusion. The only true ground you will find down there will be each other. Trust only your brothers and your instincts. Now go forth and lay waste to our enemies. For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
For the Emperor. Indeed. Hey, Natasha. Alright, so we're just supposed to go down and sort this out.
Have you ever done this before?
You mean drop through an active combat zone, dodging flak, enemy ships and burning wreckage?
Do I have jetpacks again?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, they're so fun.
This will be a first.
The Codex Astartes does not support this action. But I am looking forward to it.
Aw, that's as close as Ultramarines get to saying that they're gonna break a
Almost
rule.
impossible to regroup if we're separated.
60 seconds.
Helmets.
Sir,
Helmets, but we're story
I
characters.
must apologize for my actions on Avarax.
Not necessary.
I fell prey to suspicion. Almost killed you.
When I was a young captain, one of my men questioned my motives. I brushed his concerns aside, and I paid the price. Your suspicions arose because I failed to answer your doubts,
Oh,
as I failed to answer his.
it's true.
Stand by for suborbital.
Like all good sitcoms, all problems could be sorted out
As are we.
by
brother.
just having a small conversation
on Calth.
and communicating concerns.
Let's say we settle some of that debt today.
Aye, sir.
So, Calv, I think that's like a word bearer's atrocity. The word bearers are a Chaos Legion. I don't think they're going to be in the game. Oh, we put helmets on. Oh, it looks pretty cool.
We must navigate by sight.
We will make it. Now focus.
All right, we're just gonna do a little Star Fox here. Oh no! You know, the rail, it's controlling where I'm going more than it might be appearing, and that's good because, you know, I probably wouldn't have made the right choices there. Tyranids in space? It looks like a lot of little fish. Ah, those are Zechian rays. Oh boy. Very exciting stuff.
The Wolf Beacon.
Emperor bless you, Viridian.
Well, that, you know, that went pretty well. Very, very hardcore stuff. And now we load. Eventually. The loading's gotta happen soon. I don't know how long this game is. It would be like a terrible tragedy if I was almost done. I mean, it wouldn't be a tragedy, you know, not every game needs to be super long. But I am having so much fun. But I'm really into 40k. I know how a 40k story goes, and in a typical 40k story, there's just really one arc.
Clear a path.
We shall make short work of these traitors. Quicker than they deserve.
Oh, I got a thunder hammer. Boom. So a thunder hammer is just what it sounds like. It's a hammer, and it can thunder. Oh, yes. And I'm just going to absolutely put the hurt on. So I have, like, not an Ultramarine model, but I do have, like, a model with a jump pack that uses thunder hammers. Thunder hammers are very good weapons on the tabletop. So I have them. Boom! Right through the chest. Hardcore stuff. And then we'll put the hammer down to rip his head off. That's very 40k. Having access to the jump pack is a whole different fun game. It's also really strong. It's so brilliantly fun.
Your worthless life is ended.
They are really doing the best job imaginable of nailing like this is what it's like to be a Space Marine. Cause like conceptually it feels a lot like Gears of War, right? But not like not 100% like it, but a lot like it. And from over with the steel chair and ripping the Terminator apart.
I have slain a Terminator.
Like, if we live through this, they are gonna be like making little statues of us and hanging them up. People are not gonna let us buy imaginary Space Marine drinks anywhere ever again.
That pillar of corruption perverts the land.
Talassa, we are on the ground and moving. Report status.
We're approaching the battle barge now.
You're ahead of us. Make contact once the Atreus is ready to launch.
It shall be done. Are we going to let them beat us to the objective, brother?
Not today.
You know what? Do we want the sniper rifle? Yeah, we're gonna take the sniper rifle just because, you know, maybe they'll take my jump pack away. We're not dropping the thunder hammer. You know, we're not getting rid of the thunder hammer the first time it lets me get a thunder hammer.
Foul sorcery. Fueling their barriers, no doubt.
Peek out our heads here.
Your treachery ends now.
Yeah, so I think we already dealt with like both of the heavies that there were. Is that another one?
Sorcerer,
it's another one.
I shall end his accursed rituals.
Ow. He's gonna be sorry he teleported in close. But anyway, so I think we're gonna try to move forward now. I was thinking, you know, we'll try to deal with some of those issues. Whoa, boy! Well, that was a bad choice.
your heresy no more, sorcerer.
Righteous like blades of grass.
And with a nice little 1-2, dealing with that.
Another altar of corruption.
Destroy it.
Yes, brother.
Yes, how useful. There's a bad thing. We should get rid of the bad thing. In fairness, that is how Space Marines talk to each other.
Altar destroyed.
If they just give me this jump pack for the rest of the game, though.
Wait.
What's that floating in the air? I think that's just,
No doubt.
yeah.
But it will get us to our objective.
It is probably a trap.
Time is limited. We must take the risk. Move on to the cathedral.
Proceed with caution.
Thalassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
The sleeping giant will soon awaken, brother.
Hold for our
Whoa.
signal.
Well, is this where we're supposed to be? Nine is the number of Zinch.
Brothers, are you hearing this?
Vox ghosting. Ignore it.
Alright, is this where we came from? Yes. Alright. So we managed to go the wrong way.
Moving!
Can we get inside? Drop down. Oh! Well, that's not that way. The answer is yes, you can drop down. That's probably not what we want to do. Over this way, mayhap? Okay. It's at the cathedral. That's the cathedral. Maybe I just... There's like a jump to the right there. Yeah, there's a jump to the right. We just need to gargoyle down a little bit. Yep, I was just looking at it totally wrong. We're probably gonna fight a dude pretty soon. Or some kind of thing. It's a long time to go without enemies in a game like this.
Engaging thrusters.
There'll definitely be some foes soon, though. They wouldn't make a Space Marine go hungry. Ah, a data slate.
With whispers, thought from Onyx says I, chosen me too, you say? Yes, thought from Onyx his secrets into my mind too. What's it say? What's it want us do? Don't mind if I do. Thought from Onyx, we are strong too now, as you command. Thought from Onyx, we can only be strong one. All goes by plan.
All right, real weird. We will interact with an item that's not here. We will put the item down by interacting. The antenna is set. Now we'll
Thalassa,
defend it,
transmitting targeting
or
signal
something.
now.
Your signal barely registers, but I read it.
Your data is clouded, Lieutenant. Maintain close proximity to target.
Dig in. If we are pushed back, the Atreus will miss its target.
We will not yield a single step. They will not deprive us of seeing that monstrosity fall.
We will find no respite until that
We're gonna
tower
keep
falls.
on using pillars. Now I'm going to jump up and boom!
Watch as your false idols come crumbling down.
The traitors pour from their bastion.
I spit in your Primarch's wretched eye.
Alright, I was supposed to stay on the thing, and I got distracted by my desire for vengeance.
Of true Astartes!
I'm gonna have to get back up there. But how?
Their champion lies defeated.
Frag grenade out!
Sword of Atreus primed and locked in.
Lock target now!
Reading signal data through telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference. Calculating trajectory.
I totally want to jump pack, dash in, and murk these guys over here, but I'm trying to remember that I'm supposed to be staying here.
Reload!
Plus, the geometry of this area is very good for these sniper games that I'm playing.
Launch! Thalassa!
I've lost their Vox signal.
Screamers of Zinj, those are all demons of Zinj. That's like a lot of demons.
Come on, brothers!
Listen.
You say you watched the lore resume of each legion yesterday. It's interesting. Your heavy cat calls exist in this universe. Yeah. Those often those videos can be very interesting.
There.
Do you remember the name of the person who made the video or anything?
That will buy us time, but we must move swiftly. While the enemy control Aurora, the odds are not in our favor.
Titus, we are detecting a massive energy surge from within the Aurora facility.
Lose.
He must be trying to use the device. Or someone else is.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick with the sniper rifle and
by the Adeptus Mechanicus. Put a stop to it.
Yes, Captain.
more lore. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one. Oh, I don't have a jump pack anymore. Very sad.
Imura!
You snatched the air, cousins!
We will soon find you in the flesh.
And remove you from it.
You may keep it as a parting gift.
But I've watched like bunches of little like summaries over the years, and you know, I've read 40k books, and I'm in the 40k lore subreddit and all of that kind of stuff. I like 40k a lot. I think all the legions are interesting for their own
Tainting this
reasons.
sacred ground with heretic blood gives me no pleasure. Rest easy, brother. These souls have long since reached the
I think I was missing. I think I was missing most of those sniper shots because I was trying to not get incinerated.
No victory for you here, demon.
Only 38 minutes. Yeah, that's a quick one. Got 2 minutes per legion.
Your worthless life is ended.
Nicely done.
Changing magazine.
Nice. I keep tromping all over these gravestones. Sorry about that, people.
The enemy seem determined to destroy Aurora. Is it possible the device might work? That it could weaken them?
Perhaps they seek only the power source.
Then why would they kill Nozick?
I do not know, nor do I wish to speculate. We are here to end this folly, and so we shall.
And now we're gonna smush this little guy here.
Proceed.
You crave the touch of the Lord, do you not?
Show yourself, betrayer!
What is it, brother?
The artifact calls to you, Titus.
And I will destroy it.
To whom do you speak?
You do not hear him.
No.
Petty tricks.
Heavy bolter. Yeah.
They will not get past.
I guess I'll put my sniper rifle down for the glory of the heavy bolter. It is glorious.
We will not be disposed of so easily.
Yes, this is quite obviously the right choice. Oh my goodness. I'm a hero. Daka, daka, daka.
This does not
But
bode
like,
well.
one thing that I think is
Proceed to
very
the
interesting
camp.
about Space Marines is that they're very like emotionally and psychologically stunted, and by design, and like essentially only the ones that fall to chaos become like more closely aligned to how actual real people are again. Like so much of humanity is lost in the creation of the Marine. Which is why the members of the Legions tend to resemble themselves so much. Because there's so much that they have in common and so little to differentiate themselves from their brothers beyond service record most of the
Site of a
time.
Mechanicus macro weapon.
An excavation site.
Indeed. Our path leads down. Ready to deploy special tactics.
Oh, okay. That was like a special thing that I picked it up, and I don't think I'll ever understand. So some of these heavy weapons, they don't take up the slot, and I just thought they did. Got it. Now I'm understanding. You know, it probably told me that early in the game. Am I going the right way? Yeah. It's like if you try to get your regular melee weapon again, then it would go
Enter
away. But
Mechanicus
here we
dig
go.
site. Requesting relevant cartography.
So that's exactly how it works.
Restricted by order of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
This is Lieutenant Titus. Request authorized.
You can't use the ammo cache for the heavy things. Got it.
Identify yourself.
This is infuriating.
That's the other thing with 40k. It's very Kafka-esque.
We are on the right path.
There's levels of unnecessary and infuriating bureaucracy for every level of the Imperium. Beyond, like, not so much inside of the Space Marine Legions, but all of the people in the AdMech, it's just layers upon layers of red tape. They're in-universe accounts. 40k is very dumb in a lot of ways. It tells like stories that couldn't be, not because wizards aren't real, but because like the math doesn't work. Yeah, I feel like I need to pause for a second to explain. So like not like, oh, here are the physics, but like they're just like, yeah, there's only 1,000 of these guys, or there's 100 of these people here, or this is how long it takes to get here, and none of it works. There's accounts of like a judicial process where a court system took like 60 years to reach a verdict. Like, you only put that in the book to tell, like, to be satirical, right? Like, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. And that's the thing about 40k, is much of it is satire, but maybe almost all of it is. And in that event, the lore is taken on its face, and you end up, like, saying, oh yeah, this is the way the Imperium works. But, you know, is it? Little angry skull things.
Back to the wall. Need to reload.
You got lit up real quick.
That cannot be the last of them.
It could be the
Just
last
their
of
rear
them.
guard, no doubt. Stay vigilant.
A fragment of the Dark God's power.
So said the traitor Nemeroth.
Do you believe it?
He certainly did.
You said it was destroyed.
Apparently not well enough.
That damnable Archmagos.
If it truly is tainted with corruption, then we must destroy it permanently.
Maybe we'll shoot it or
Agreed.
hit it with a hammer. Fortunately, I have a hammer.
Leads into the mines.
Gather inside.
Entering quarantine zone. Decontamination required. Initiate biological purgation within the chamber. Microbial index 1.2%. Initiating sterilization.
We should be fine. We're Space Marine.
Barely a sign of life on this world.
It is a burial world, brother. Reserved for the dead.
That's the other thing. So there's like worlds that all they do is bury people on them, which 40k is cartoonish in a lot of ways. They call it grim derp because grim dark is the setting, but it's very derpy in a lot of ways. Like, there's in-canon inefficiencies that simply would never be allowed to happen for practical considerations. Like if you tried to grow crops this way, it wouldn't work, type of thing.
It is safe to proceed.
Safe. Interesting choice of words.
Pity this chamber cannot remove corruption.
That duty is ours.
Ancient ruins.
Yes.
A cover for their
How
research,
helpful.
perhaps.
The subject of it, more likely.
The figures in these carvings are unusual,
Ancient marks of the ruinous powers.
etched by fools. Long before the Great Crusade illuminated this world.
These were not made by devotees of the warp.
How do you know?
You may soon see for yourself.
So here is like a battle barge on the wall. The sun coming down, so you get like this sort of very cool stylized thing. Is there a rhyme or reason? No. But yeah. Very cool hieroglyphic sort of thing there. We're gonna stick with the bolt sniper rifle. It's been doing good for us so far.
The arch-enemy have penetrated deep into these caverns.
Perhaps all the way to the Aurora device.
Warp storm. Changing magazine. Their champion lies defeated. Reloading weapon.
And we'll just give him a bash. Going pretty well. Just Space Marine things.
Have in old stone.
We know not what secrets this old stone holds.
I only ask that it holds our weight.
And here they've got the hieroglyphic stuff inside of these like movable gates, which could be important. But it looks like maybe they're just trying to transport it out. Everything's got the Admech symbol stamped on it, you know, it's all orderly.
No victory for you here, demon.
That was a lot of guys, but they're already toast. Oh, and now more. We're gonna come in with a huge power attack. I said a huge power attack.
Another automaton defeated.
I have to reload.
And now we're all better again.
You were betrayed, brother. Left to rot by your beloved Galga.
You know nothing of brotherhood.
Lieutenant.
More cheap tricks.
It's like, I hear voices in my head that you don't hear, but they're there. And by the way, I am going to respond to them. Okay.
This will serve me well.
Now we're talking. Now we've got the charge up sniper thing, and it's fun. If I would quit running into my own
Your treachery ends
things.
now.
Let's get our ammo back here.
Munitions secured.
It punches a big hole in things. Hi, Justine.
Terminator down. Back to the warp with you.
I didn't need to take that shot. Alright. I like how they say the tactical stuff when we're clearly not in a firefight anymore. It's all good.
Resupplying. They will not get past this. End this desecration.
You're just gonna throw a nade in, and it went great.
Frag grenade out.
Go around this side. Now he's gonna be surprised, and we will take advantage of that fact to hit him.
Worthless life is empty.
Greatest modern heroes of Marines, we would have crippled the Thousand Sons with just a couple of guys for a long time. The Thousand Sons we've seen here would represent a massive portion of their overall strength. Not like half of it, but they would not be able to spare this many guys.
Heretic sorcerer. There is no damnation dark enough for these traitors.
Have faith, brother. We will send them to one fitting.
Alright, how do we get out of here? Oh yeah, we gotta crack this thing now. We will reach out our paws and then crunch it. I fear this game is gonna be over soon. Now I have to figure out what I'm gonna play next.
Pathetic sorcery.
You weak, pathetic fool.
Imura!
A ploy. Spare your ammunition for the real thing.
Hey, come on.
Chasing this bastard's phantom. Why install
I just shot at him.
These ruins?
Perhaps it was already here.
How?
A relic from the Dark Age of technology.
This is heresy.
They will no doubt invoke the Treaty of Mars.
This damn quest for knowledge.
So the Dark Age of technology is like an era in humanity before the Emperor like came back around, and like it had better stuff than the Imperium has now. Basically, almost all technology is like a degradation for what it used to be in the Imperium, and that's all sort of like by design. The Thousand Sons they're all psychers, and yeah, like just 3 guys like this, you wouldn't be able to do it. Like, it just isn't like a thing that would happen. 3 Chaos Space, like 1-to-1 a Chaos Space Marine, and then plus like all of the demon support. Like, this is just not enough Marines to win that fight. It's not. And with Thousand Sons specifically, and like the Terminator armor, like only with the invulnerability of the video game logic is it a credible idea that we could do that. Chaos Space Marines are to a man more dangerous than Loyalist ones 1-to-1. Essentially, they tend to all be much older, and they have various blessings of their Chaos Gods that make them hardy in various ways. But yeah, of the Chaos Space Marines, I would say Thousand Sons are probably, on an individual basis, I think they would be, yeah, I think on an individual basis they would be the strongest Astartes, because exactly like you said, they're all psychers, and that gives them a level of power, I mean, far beyond what you normally get. Very, very few Space Marines are Psychers. Very, very few.
The heretics hope to
And
surround
there
us.
is a whole thing
They may
in
hope.
the heresy that led to the Thousand Sons homeworld being invaded because like sorcery got banned essentially,
No victory for you.
and other Space Marine legions didn't rely on it nearly as heavy as they did, but it was a huge part of their identity. You know, the pursuit of knowledge and you know, mastery of power and that kind of thing. Cause like I play Space Wolves, and Space Wolves are not like, they're not better at fighting than other factions are. They're not, you know, they're not more dedicated to their duty. What they are is like dumber and more awesome. They're berserkers. But Thousand Sons are mega dangerous. They the thing that makes Thousand Sons different is how dangerous they are, basically. And
This ceramide cannot shield them from my ray.
but it still is fun to think about blowing up that many Terminators in a row. Oh no, I did the thing.
Munitions secured.
Well, at
Is
least
almost here, with enemy reinforcements on all specs.
Prepare a fitting welcome.
these guys got like the Stormbolter and like Kopesh sort of thing going on. I love the Egyptian aesthetic. Oh, this was a whole Terminator squad. But the sniper rifles are overpowered, and we already dealt with like the mini boss fight. Yeah, sniper's so overpowered. Those guys probably would have taken a few hits to take care of, but it's like a sniper laser rifle. That's right. There are 2 steps to all objectives in this game. First, you have to walk to the thing, and then you have to click the thing. Far below the surface. 30 minutes later.
Throne of Terror. What is this? A tomb world.
Oh no!
Only the mechanical horrors.
Oh no!
The Martians have preserved everything.
This place should have been obliterated upon discovery.
So this is a Necron tomb world. Oh no! Well, I guess Necrons are gonna be in this game. Good news, guys! Necrons are like a sort of machine people. It's more complicated than that.
Every crack in the galaxy. I will shatter Aurora, along with your pitiful.
I should have known with the Suns. I was like, yeah, it was obviously Necron stuff. It just wasn't clicking.
How he prattles on.
Pay his squawking no heed, brothers.
So
We will
Necrons
not
were
be
the
distracted from our
Necrotier
purpose.
once upon a time. A very powerful race. They got fooled by these sort of malevolent gods called the
The
Satan.
Sorcerer will elude us no longer. Move
And
on the obelisk.
one thing led to another, and they like got like a virus, but they ended up changing their consciousness and putting it into these machines. But things did not go as planned, for they were all fooled, and another ring was made, and basically, so they had a highly regimented feudal society with, you know, lords at the top and peasants beneath, and so on.
your
Is his
breath.
rocket launcher really hitting right behind him? I guess it is. I should have,
Do not speak as if you know me. Your lies.
Titus, do not
Help
engage
me.
with him.
But maybe we won't wake up the Necrons, because if we wake up the Necrons, we're even less matched to the strength of the Necrons.
What will you do with the artifact once you have it?
Crush it to dust.
If it has no effect on you, why not use it?
You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant?
I said nothing.
And I heard nothing.
That degenerate clouds our minds.
Forgive my error.
We will not let you down, brother.
Alright.
Have no doubt.
You shouldn't have been talking about using the artifact. That made my trigger finger get itchy.
Chaos abominations.
Think so little of Sangor, of myself, of the great Finch. But consider, we are all proof of a power greater than mankind, a true divinity. When we call out to our gods, they answer. When have you ever felt the light of your Emperor?
Ready to deploy special tactics. A moment, brothers.
I'm gonna shoot up a little stim pack there. Get a little wakey wakey.
More minions.
Lurking in dank holes like the filth they are.
Need to reload.
All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time. And centuries longer still.
Eons, brother. If the archives are to be believed. And on more worlds than we shall ever wish to discover.
I pray everyone is unearthed and burned to cinders.
Because the thing about the Necrons is that they're asleep. But they can wake up.
Reloading. Back to the warp with you.
Seems good.
Why, in the name of terror, were these things not destroyed?
Preserved for study. The Martian priesthood goes too far.
Yeah, as they say, the Martian priesthood goes too far. Everybody in the AdMech knows they're not supposed to be messing around with stuff like this. But like any organization, anyone who's willing to cheat can get ahead if they don't get caught, right? The more rules there are for safety, the more incentives there are for you to deceive others. Since everybody else has to play by the rules. And this Martian priest probably thought, like a lot of people in 40k think, that nothing bad's gonna happen to them and no one will ever find out. But this is 40k, and what you get instead is a pile of bones and despair. And if you're lucky, a couple Space Marines complaining about you. That way, no. No.
Terminator! Enemy Terminator deployed.
It's super effective.
These tech priests pick over the Xenos dead like vultures.
All with the Martian cult sanction, no doubt.
I do not think they will alone yet.
At last. Do you not see the hypocrisy of Nicaea? You have felt the same betrayal as the Thousand Sons. They call us witch, heretic, for daring to wield the same power as your god emperor. To sacrifice thousands who share his touch of the warp at the altar of his golden throne. Not the first time he has turned his blade on his most faithful. And not the last, Titus.
So all of that is true. It's all real true. That's the thing about all the bad things people say about the Imperium. They're all true. But what this Chaos Man is not appreciating is that being right doesn't make your side right.
Sorcerer is dead.
All this corruption, it seems to grow ever stronger.
We shall follow it to its source.
Yes. Come, brother. I wait for you.
With a mighty kick, we'll clear some rubble. Very important, rubble clearing. It is important, though, because it provides you a way to know that you're going the right way.
Aurora.
It lays waste to the heretics.
Where is Imura?
The traitors are taking a thrashing down there.
Let us add to it. Reloading weapon.
I know you might be thinking, this isn't very sporting. Look,
Cogitation looks accurate. The unguents have been thrice applied.
It is Luz. Blind to all but his work.
Thankfully, his diligence has not made him faster.
Luz!
Ah, Lieutenant Titus, praise the Omnissiah. In just a few minutes, you will bear witness to...
You must stop this!
Sire, please. I know you have concerns, but look, this is merely a taste of what the device is capable of.
And I have seen the worst of what it can do.
My lord, you must trust me. This has been my quest for knowledge. My life's work.
Shut it down.
I bet
Now.
he's not gonna do it.
I will not.
Wouldn't it be such a good story and yet an unsatisfying game if you came up and he's like, you know what? These are all good points. You passed the speech check.
Forgive me, Lord. Time will reveal the purity of my intentions.
Think so? You think so, Luz?
You tiny grains of sand.
Like, does he not understand that there's a Chaos Sorcerer here?
For a moment, it seemed you might do my work for me. But alas, I must finish this myself. Witness true power!
He's like, mwahaha! My force field works!
Energies are useless.
Oh, look how mad he is. Stupid wizard. Alright, Hellbrute.
All power and blind rage.
We will not be bested by this clumsy relic, so long as it does not catch us.
It's not much of a threat. Like, stop doing what you're doing, or I'll make you imagine bad things forever. But not imagine bad things forever, but just like imagine what it would be like to have a bad thing forever. No. Oh no, I needed to run. Aw. And now he's finding out that the gods lie. It's like I don't even think I need to be zooming in here.
This cannot be! I was promised victory!
Yeah. Big shame that you were deceived.
Destroy them, you damnable beast!
Restocking.
And now he teleports.
This is the end for you, wretched thing.
Yeah, got him.
Enough of these childish games! Then let us put a stop to them once and for all!
Is that a Thanatos Juggernaut? Minotaur? Hellbrute is like a chaos version of a Dreadnought. And a Dreadnought is like a big walker, and when a Marine is grievously injured, rather than like so bad that they can't be put back together again, basically, what's left of their body and their consciousness goes into the Dreadnought, and they're interred in a sarcophagus in that big robot forever. And they typically go to sleep, Dreadnoughts do, until they're called out for war again. And so sometimes, and their consciousness sort of decays often, and they don't really know like what's real and what's not. Sometimes Dreadnoughts don't. Hellbrutes are different because they're the Chaos version, and everything for Chaos is bad. So it's the same basic idea, but they don't go to sleep. They're constantly, maddeningly imprisoned within it, and with no rest ever. And, yeah. Because Chaos is horrifying.
Where is he? With Aurora inactive. He and others like him cannot exist here.
We will see.
This is just the beginning. With these devices, we will seal the Great Rift and drive the heretics back into the warp with nothing more than a transference of alignment.
Oh no, he did the thing.
What genius! Lose. From which ocean did you gather these pearls of wisdom? Is it not the dream of every scientist to discover the birthplace
Aha!
of all knowledge?
Sinch delights in manipulating people. Yeah, they're called dreadnoughts. They really are more like juggernauts, figuratively, but yeah, he really thought that was going to work out.
To the final act. Titus, the heretic. Need assistance. Return this at once.
All right, break of dawn. We discovered the true nature of the Aurora device. But if we just woke up a bunch of Necrons, then... So, a note on souls. Necrons don't really have them in the way that, like, the Eldar or the humans do. So, Chaos Gods, they want souls. Tyranids don't have them the way that humans and stuff do. Like, souls are like entities that can exist in the warp afterward and so on. So
Titus to Akaran.
Usually Chaos doesn't even want to get involved with Tyranids or Necrons or whatever. Because there's nothing to chew on.
How could that fool lose not have known?
Chaos thrives on like emotion.
Whisperings of that sorcerer to be his own inspiration.
Luz was merely a pawn.
They killed Nozick. Led us to believe they would do the same to Luz.
So we would deliver him precisely where they wanted him.
Classic
And that
40k.
spectacle in the catacombs.
Deceit. To trick that puppet Luz into finishing the work.
Classic 40k. The quest we were on was really a red herring. In order to deliver the thing that the thing is going to be about to the thing.
It is worse than I could have imagined.
That killer floods the land with corruption.
Titus to Akaran, come in.
Pink and blue are kind of the colors of Sinch.
Force is useless.
We must find our brothers.
Cadians.
They are broken.
But purple and pink are sort of Slaneshi colors too.
His feathers loose in the empty air. Oh, see us dance in the wake of his blessed wings.
Changing magazine.
Drips from his eternal eyes in glistening jewels of ecstasy. Shimmering visions of unending.
Sinchi and cultists often go mad.
It screams a silent wail of corruption.
Their human minds were not prepared for malign energies of this magnitude.
Few are.
Should we show them mercy?
We must leave that to the
Oh,
commissary.
man.
We have more pressing duties.
Maybe one day I'll stop doing that. It's too late to rebind it now.
I'm receiving a coded locator signal. Akaran's signature. Not far from here.
Can we trust it?
I believe so.
Mark it on Auspex.
Yes, brother. Cut down those heretics!
Cadians, Soldiers, are you of sound mind?
Yes, my lord. We are unbroken.
You honor your homeworld's memory, soldiers.
Thank you, lord. We will fight to the end.
So Cadia is like a really famous guard planet, but it got blown up a couple of years ago.
Your worthless life is ended.
Many had tried in the past, but Cadia finally fell. But the regiments of Cadia were dispersed through the galaxy. But that sort of tan, like drab clothes with the green armor and flak jacket and helmet, that's like the Cadian look.
Damned heretics spill from every crevice.
Luz was so convinced Aurora would destroy the traitors, but instead it has empowered them. Tremendously so.
Smart.
We need to clear that obstruction.
Wasn't I? Oh yeah. I was at the right place, but I needed to wait to be told. Jar Wizard, yes, Cadia stands indeed.
There must be a solution here.
That foul sorcerer took the power source.
Somewhere well defended, no doubt.
Damn you, Luz.
How does this compare to Graia?
There's a thing that we say, but it'll probably make me cry a little bit, but we'll say it anyway. But
darkest of horrors to pass through.
it was the planet broke before the guard did.
Then we must hurry.
You know, they would have kept on fighting.
Brothers!
Traitors!
If only the planet had been able to stick together. And this 1K Suns dude is in the way of the Thunderhammer. Not gonna like this. Boom! Glorious power attack is glorious. And these dudes are just like super impressed to see us.
We were spared that fate.
The captain awaits you inside.
Courage and honor.
Courage and honor.
Brothers, be mindful of the casualties.
Don't worry, I won't step on them, probably.
I have lost one platoon with 5 more at half strength.
The Major's still alive!
Titus, report. What in the name of Holy Terror do you call this?
We failed to stop Luz.
I can see that.
He was tainted. An unwitting puppet of the archenemy.
We are now facing a warp rift the size of a small cruiser. 3 volleys from the Resilient and not a scratch on that pillar. If it has a weakness, I need to know what it is.
It is powered by the artifact from Graia. If we can destroy that...
Where is it?
We do not know.
You call that a solution?
What is the alternative?
There is a field around the pillar, impenetrable to our ordnance. We have observed their forces passing through.
Ah, if we send a small crack team, maybe us and 3 people.
Proceed through those doors. We make our assault imminently.
These gates lurks the most vile, malign, and despicable foe. Betrayers of the Emperor, slayers of purity and brotherhood.
Our forces are divided in 2. I will lead the main assault from the Temple of Aethor. I sent 2 squads to move on the enemy's flank, but we have lost contact with them.
It's very 40k for them to be praying instead of doing this.
They have fallen.
We will retrieve it, Captain.
Ultramarines, ready!
There are 1,000 suns here!
The front is beyond this bridge!
What is that thing? Look out!
Helldrake!
Oh boy!
The champion lies defeated.
These wretched interlopers!
You will burn like your treacherous brethren on Nemengarth.
Yeah! Triple kill!
Cut down these decrepit totems of heresy.
And now we have like a golden anger mode, very important.
Terminate them down.
Again, we've destroyed like 7 or 8 total Terminator squads, like a whole freaking company and a half. They would be making statues of us.
This is a burial world, Titus. If we fail to defeat the enemy, then I will burn this place. But I would prefer to not disgrace these honored dead.
Can our scans locate the signature of the power source?
We are blinded by all the interference.
It is out there, at the heart of that profane madness.
Agreed. One way or another, we must reach that obelisk.
Then we shall.
I'm like, oh yeah, I have to click the door. I'm just like waiting for the captain to do it.
Titus, proceed on until you reach the second force. Hope to terror, they still stand.
Yes, Captain. The Emperor protects.
Good hunting, brother.
Second company! Make ready!
We slow down now.
Tell your squads to hold off on using grenades until my signal. It's going to get
I cannot fathom that 10 of our brothers may have fallen. Along with the standard.
I dare not picture the company banner soiled by treacherous hands.
Ultramarines do not fall without a fight. They are alive. But they may be...
Where is your false god's power now?
Brothers! Target the witch! Sorcerer! Send it back!
There's one. Have I read any of the books? Yeah, a few handfuls of them. Mainly just Horus Heresy books, though. Oh yeah.
Suffer in death, witch.
Loading fresh magazine.
With his little scythe improbably pierced right through him. Very awesome.
See how the priests maintain these graves, even in the
But
midst of
yeah,
this war.
I've read like a couple
Their
of the Space
devotion
Wolf
is
books,
We must
and
hurry. Our brothers pay in blood for
lots
every
of
second
little
we
like
delay.
Black Library
They should be on the other
shorts.
side of that door.
Brothers! The standard!
It lies crumpled in the dirt like a rag.
Like a rag? How
What are
offensive.
your orders?
My orders are to pick up the standard.
Brothers, assemble around the standard. Victory or death.
Yes, Commander. Victory or death.
Okay, we gotta go around the other way. Oh, never mind. I have to go right here.
Second Company, we hold this ground in the name of the Primarch.
Oh, yeah. Heavy metal stuff.
If we die with vengeance on our lips. Vengeance!
Get up, Tharius. My leg is gone, brother.
Cover him! All formation!
Back, you treacherous scum!
Tharius!
He has fallen!
Because this is like, you know, this is the great honor of our lives here.
There is no end
So, to hold against the enemy, to hold the banner high while we fight. This is what it means to be a Marine. Ah, look at that. The bravery of the last stand. So you're looking at, reading or listening to some just to know if they're good enough for somebody who's never played the game. I would say that some of them are really good. There's a series called the Eisenhorn trilogy, and I mean, there's more of them, but the Eisenhorn books are really good. Caiaphas Cain books are really good. They're really good as a stretch, but yeah, they're pretty engaging stories. It really depends on what your standards for like sci-fi are. I don't want to slander any. What? Oh my God! So heavy metal. It's Calgar. Marnius Calgar. I'd know him anywhere. He doesn't. He's got his like bolters mounted to his hands. This is the chapter master of the Ultramarines, showing up here with his honor guard. And we're here.
Lord Calgar.
Oh, yeah.
I received your message.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good stuff.
The central obelisk appears to be the source of their power. It's protected by an energy field.
But no, a lot of people read 40k and that kind of thing that don't play the tabletop game at all.
My lord.
I read the books and was
There may
like,
be a way.
paid attention to the lore before I got models.
In the catacombs, Lou said all it took was a transference of alignment. And then he inverted something. An object. What of it? It was identical to that obelisk.
Identical or smaller? Today, a Space Marine learns about models.
That. Explain. The Aurora device might have a weakness.
Might?
Chapter Master. We cannot stay here.
Lieutenant, you stand by Sergeant Gadriel's assessment.
I do.
Captain Akaran, muster your
And that's a very moving moment for these character arcs, of course, because like the chapter master, that's the real hotness. He does not just like show up to any old thing.
The heretics clamor
Yes.
for a taste of victory. But
Speech.
we will defy them
Speech.
this day, as we have defied them for 10 millennia. We are the
Can't believe
sons
Calgar
of
showed
Ultima,
up.
servants to the Emperor and guardians of the Imperium. Let these wretches feel the wrath of ancient vengeance!
So you see how his hands are bigger? Those are what's called power fists. So like there's a power sword, they have like a power field.
My lord, our vanguard forces are
And then he
through the
just like
field.
dakas them up and then punches them.
Yes, lord. All forces, fire at will.
This is the greatest day of my life. This is a Redemptor Dreadnought here, so like how the normal Dreadnoughts have like Dying Marines put into them, the Redemptors are different. People can just like go in, but then they, without being injured, but then they like burn out. It's stupid. They shouldn't have put them into the lore.
Greet it well.
Machias, train all
Oh
guns
boy.
on abomination.
So this is a greater demon of siege. This is a Lord of Change.
Line here.
Come
This is the big spell chicken. This is a foe beyond any of us.
Moments to execute your plans. Move quickly.
This must be the control unit. Do you understand any of this? No.
Lieutenant, do we have a solution or not?
Stand by.
Like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll turn it. Do you understand any of this? Here, I'll just turn it upside down. It's only a model. Is he gonna lose his hand?
I'll live.
How do you know, buddy? So green is very much the color of Necrons.
My lord.
How many more?
3.
You have brothers in mind.
Viridian and Talassa. We will handle the last one.
I'll get them moving. Brief them over the Vox.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, Primarchs. So this is just the chapter master. Primarchs are broken though.
Talassa,
Yes.
Have you received new orders from Akaran?
We have, brother.
A Primarch could take a Greater Demon in a fight, potentially. They're the real
To rotate
hotness.
the small replica of the obelisk.
Primarchs make normal Marines look like Marines have basically the difference between a person, like an Imperial Guardsman and a Marine. That's the difference in power.
Go well, brothers.
A Primarch could do the stuff that we do in this game, where they just casually waylay everything. They are tremendously powerful, but there's 20 of them, but 2 of them are lost. And not dead, but lost. It's complicated, but they're not around anymore. They don't have names or stories. They're basically put into the game so that if you want to make them up for a story, you can.
I have slain a termite. Restocking.
Patience keeps us dead.
Brothers.
Titus, the heretics are seething from the blow you just dealt them.
They will be dealt 3 more before the night is through.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, like, Salamanders are green too, but if there's a green light, look, if there's a green light in an Egyptian-styled obelisk, that's Necron stuff. But yeah, no, the lore is very, very ridiculous for sure. I mean, my guys are Space Wolves, and some of them ride on Thunder Wolves, which are like 10 or 12 foot big wolves. They're wolves large enough for Marines to ride on as cavalry, and they do. Oh, they're so awesome. They are why I play Space Wolves.
We turn the keys and lock the gate.
Exactly. Through this door, brothers.
Go!
Your treachery will be punished.
Heretics! Cast them into the abyss! Do not spare them your wrath! Need to reload!
This is a drop pod. This is just like how Space Marines typically come down to a planet, right? They don't usually ride down in ships. It depends, but if they're doing like an orbital insertion sort of thing, they'll jump in one of those. Attention. Yep, the Greater Demon is doing Greater Demon things. They're not usually that tall.
Writhes in agony. 2 left. Talassa, report.
This is Straben. It is done.
May the Emperor bless you, Straben.
I am but a lightning rod for his will.
You may rejoin the main
That's not
effort.
how people talk.
Drive the blade in deep.
Ah, a predator.
Talassa out.
They have destroyed the bridge. Watch their fire! They have the advantage.
Their close
Whoops.
quarter skills are truly without match. I have a route. Marking it now.
sorry for that last shot, guys. If I had a jump pack, I could have done that too. I would have jumped right over those mountains.
Actually work, Gadriel.
An idea is worthless without those that execute it.
I think my hearing is damaged. That sounded like humility.
Alright, so we got the multi-melta, and we'll be able to, yeah. This will be the heavy weapon. And we'll just be like, da da da. And when it runs out of ammo, then we can, we'll drop it, and we should have our sniper still.
Thousand Sons heavy infantry.
We dropped the thing.
This will serve me well. Their champion lies defeated. Recovering. Hellbrute! Bow!
It has company. Wretched heretics.
I was hitting him with my multi-melta. Well, that's not what I need to do. Alright, taking too many hits. Need to be evasive. Alright. Taking way too many hits.
I know it.
On the crag. Reloading weapon.
Whoa. Yeah. Let me pick off his arm and hit him with it. Ah, that's almost as good. Oh yeah, we reached in and pulled out the brain cage.
Decommissioned a malfunctioning dreadnought.
Titus.
Hardcore way of putting it.
On the obelisk controls. Throne that looks like torture, but he is holding fast.
The demon is further weakened.
Viridian, how is Decimus?
I have a is a fine tonic.
It is
Alright.
indeed.
Permission to join the front lines.
Granted. My thanks, brothers.
Emperor be with you.
And then that'll unlock this now, yeah.
One more.
Do you hear that?
Hey, a dreadnought! Oh, look at it! He stuck the chain gun inside of his enemy.
They are everywhere.
Honored brother, join us, and you may sate your rage and aid our cause.
Lead me to the slaughter.
Onward.
Only in death does duty end. That's the dreadnought saying.
Vile sons of madness. Is he here?
He is not.
Pity. Then my hatred must be directed at his minions.
Your treachery ends now.
But as you see, the dreadnought has like some real good DACA. It's good flyer support.
Munitions secured. Reloading weapon.
Oh, it's so awesome. I don't even want to walk forward. I want to stand here behind him. Just like in the simulations.
Your worthless life is
Infantry fire support. Oh, man. Come and die, dogs of the betrayer. Come and die.
better.
Countering! Such abomination is mine! In the name of the Emperor, I cast you down!
Holy terror.
We have our chance. Go!
All right.
This one's mine.
Let's see if we can turn it upside down. Is he going to use his robot hand? That's smart. You know. Maybe we could have used the robot hand the whole time. Yeah, very, very hardcore. Like, what everybody loves about 40K is the ridiculous heavy metal nature of it all.
Heretics to us.
Yes, my lord.
It's like, yeah, good as new. Okay. And now the spell chicken is in trouble. And this dork on his disc of Zinch, he's in trouble too. Oh no. We hid behind a rock, and that's gonna protect us. Calgar's got, you know, good force of will. He's not gonna get stuck like the rest of them. And now we're gonna jump into the rift with the chapter master. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And the rift closes. And we get the achievement Into the Abyss. Withstand and overcome the Chaos Invasion. But the good news is that means the game's probably not over yet. That means I gotta keep on playing it. But yeah, that's pretty epic stuff.
Where is Lord Kauga? It was a trap, perhaps.
It's this. The Immaterium.
Oh great,
If it
we're
is,
inside the
we
warp
must
now.
move quickly.
The warp
To
is...
where? We must find Kauga.
We shouldn't be here.
The Changer's will is inescapable.
I don't have my Thunder Hammer anymore.
Ancient paths laid out for us before the first mortal
Pray, Brother Titus.
I don't have to listen to you.
Cease cowering behind illusions.
Make a bulwark of...
Make a bulwark of your hatred, brothers. Indeed! See, and that's why 40k is good stuff. We didn't waste any time talking. We already knew what was going on. Show up and start shooting.
Where is Lord Kauga?
Gilman's dog has been brought to heel.
Heretic! You die this day!
This is my domain. You are here by my invitation. I am offering you a chance to kneel.
Our chapter, sir, shall use your skull as a piss pot!
Sure, man. Sure. We throw a grenade at a guy that's floating. Ultramarines are sometimes not really good at the theoretical.
Look.
Lord Kauga!
It's like, you scratched my armor. Let's scratch him again.
Release him, and we shall do you the honor of ending you swiftly.
Release him! After all your efforts in bringing him to me!
Enough games! Silence this heretic.
One last dance before the strings are cut! You will soon stand at my side, boy!
Cease your chatter, fool!
Oh. Well, that's bad.
Brothers!
Your pathetic companions are no more.
You lie! You
I'm
are
just gonna
no
dodge
match
back
for
and
them
forth. That
heretics.
seems like the
And
thing to
so
do.
you deceive.
Your brothers buckle beneath the power of the war.
All right.
Titus!
Good news, we're
what
back.
happened? This fool tried and failed to contain me. Reloading weapon.
Well, I thought I was going to get close enough to hit him. Oh, okay. Lord of Change it is. Ah, oh, come on, let me hit him.
The Demon Lord! Need ammunition.
Alright, the good news is these ammo boxes exist.
Need to reload. The Warp Demon.
Whoa, okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through that. And they have thrown me back into the rift again. Yep, just had to do a little bit of deflecting there.
Go for the eyes! All other attacks are useless!
How would you know?
Reload!
How am I supposed to attack the eyes, brothers? I literally can't reload. Alright.
Target its eyes! Anything else is just wasting ammunition!
We have infinite ammo. Point at the bandana.
Supplying.
Ow. Thought I was parrying it. Shoot at the eyes, that's the only effective thing. Yes, I know. Oh wait, no. Right now we can't shoot the eyes. Now we have to be in strange dodging mode. Got it. Final phase?
The Demon Lord! The eye! It is vulnerable there!
Yes, we will try to shoot the eyes again. Hey, we aimed right at it! Hooray! Weird.
We are surrounded!
Kill as many as you can, brothers!
They are mere imitations. Guard yourselves. Imbarar is weakening.
That last fight will leave him reeling.
Stay together. We must find a way out.
Look! What is that?
Watch your backs. He has eyes everywhere. Lord
Calgar with a roar!
Is that another illusion?
We shall find out.
Hello, Martius.
Calgar!
My words to you on Talasar. Speak them.
My lord,
Speak them, or be slain for an impostor.
rules should never make a prisoner of intelligence.
Titus, it is good to see you.
Their sorcerer's power wavers. He is vulnerable.
See how his domain weakens as he does.
There is only one place left
A
for
funny
it to
thing
hide.
for an Ultramarine to say.
Let us dig out the heretic.
You lead the way, boss.
I see him.
Look at him in
Inside
his
the
Terminator
stream.
armor.
He prepares
I guess
for
it's
another
Gravis
attack.
armor, because
It is
he's
the
Primaris
artifact.
now too.
It must be. There is almost limitless power within that shard.
We must make haste, brothers.
Loading fresh magazine.
Those Martian fools! They had perfection in their grasp, but squandered it in blind.
They could have had it.
It flows through me in ever-growing waves of revelation. Yes! Yes!
Cackling maniacally is very much a chaos trait.
Endow me with divine knowledge!
We're almost here.
Cover me.
Brother, wait! Go!
Yes, this is a good proportional size, because they're only like 30 feet tall normally.
I see it all!
Snap out of it, Titus. Sometimes if somebody just yells at you, get up, then you can do it.
For your service, all the suffering of humanity for the Carrion Emperor. It's all for nothing.
And now we're going to, like, very heroically turn the item that he knew we could turn. And that should just melt all the Chaos guys, probably? Probably?
Rise.
And then we'll show up,
Son
and the Necrons
of
will be
Gilliman.
here. Maybe not.
Brother, it is over. You did it. Brother!
We lived, and then Calgar shows up and everybody gives him some room. And he'll be like, you did good. You did real good, kid.
Rise, Titus. Your duty is not yet done.
And that's how Space Marines talk to each other. He's basically saying, hey, you're not dead. Let's go have a party. Which for a Space Marine involves like polishing their armor. Of course, there's a lot of holes
For the Emperor!
and digs in this armor.
For the Emperor!
Ave Imperator! And then he'll like nod. We did it! You know, it really stirs the soul and the spirits to do big heavy metal hero stuff. Oh yeah, and then they're all line up, and everybody can compliment me, and the chapter master will say it in front of everyone, and that'll mean they have to be polite to me in the future.
Lieutenant Demetrian Titus, your decisive actions have saved this system from ruin. And so it is with great pride that I now present you with an honor worthy of your deeds. The laurels of victory.
Oh. Oh boy.
Let every warrior of the Adeptus Astartes
Now our helmet will have
that
our
here
hero mark
stands the
upon it
true
forever.
measure of a son
We can keep
of
it on our hip
Gilliman.
because we're a story
For the glory
character.
of Ultramar.
Courage and honor!
Company dismissed.
Forgive me, brother, that it took me so long to bring you home.
My lord, that is...
Fierce was my wrath when I learned of your detention. In their arrogant suspicion, the Inquisition failed to recognize the truth. That no evil will ever overcome a devotion such as yours.
Thank you, my lord.
There is a mission. It will take you away from the Second Company for a time.
As you command, Chapter Master.
The Brother Chaplain will brief you. It was he that suggested you for the task.
My lord, the sword of Kalth is ready to depart.
Thank you, Captain. My ship will convey you to your destination. I shall be glad of
Ooh,
your
we gotta hang out with the big guy while we go.
Titus, it has been an honor.
It has indeed, my captain.
I hear you'll be taking your leave of us. Not for too long, I hope. Emperor guide you.
And you, sir.
And We'll have to say goodbye to the guys. Did they not get any
Brothers,
cool prizes? That's
I am
sad.
called to serve elsewhere.
Maybe the sergeant will get upgraded to a... Maybe he'll get a
You'll be missed,
promotion.
my lord.
I will not forget the blood we have drawn together.
Nor shall we.
I owe you both a debt. You have restored my faith in brotherhood.
We shall await your return.
Courage and honor.
Courage and honor.
That's the lot of the Space Marine, right?
Titus,
To never
Calgar has informed you of your assignment.
really have anything.
I will brief you on
Only
route.
duty.
You are joining us.
I am.
Very good, my
Fancy.
You have done well. You have won the trust of your brothers. And of the chapter master. But know this, Titus. The stain of suspicion never completely fades. I will be watching you. Should you falter on the path, for even a moment.
Yeah. Oh, he
I
took
will
off his head.
show no mercy.
Leandros.
My lord, it is time.
Alright, well that's the chaplain's name. I don't know all the Ultramarine characters. I don't know if he's from Space Marine 1 or if he's like an important Ultramarines character. I thought their chaplain that was like the big one had a different name. I don't recall though. No, that was a Blood Angels chaplain that I knew about. So yeah. But here we have the various battle barges. Well, the battle barge is just the one in the middle, and then there's the cruisers, and then the support ships all around there. I'll be watching you. We defeated a Lord of Change and faced a figure from the past, and I guess that's the game. A nice little 8-hour game. There were the other modes and stuff, which I might take a look at, you know, some other time. But yeah, a cool little game. You know, I'm definitely glad I played it. You know, my love for 40K hadn't like diminished, but it certainly reinvigorated my desire to like put some models together and paint some models and that kind of thing. But sort of what I would call like a typical 40K story. Either everybody dies at the end, or heroic victory by the main character. Those are, you know, comedy or tragedy. Those are your choices, right? But since it's a video game that's character driven, it made sense that we would end up being, you know, gloriously redeemed and whatnot. But it was a lot of fun. The sort of segue from Tyranids to Chaos in the middle, normal enough for a 40K story. Very often in 40K, they'll show up to deal with one problem, and then they'll be like, oh, surprise, it's Chaos. Because, well, the real grudge match is between Chaos and everybody else. Whether or not they know it. But they never did the Space Marine thing, so I need to look it up so I can read it. Yeah, so here's like this is the thing that you say for Space Marines, right? Like this is like in the rule book sort of stuff. It goes like this. It's spoken like in the guise of the Emperor of Mankind. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay I shall mold them, and in the furnace of war forge them. They will be of iron, will, and steely muscle. In great armor shall I clad them, and with the mightiest guns will they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease. No sickness will blight them. They will have tactics, strategies, and machines so that no foe can best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror. They are the defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear. And that's why I hated the little dialogue earlier on where the chaplain was like, what do you fear? Because Space Marines, their thing, that's part of, like, that's the motto. It's like a rule on the tabletop, and they shall know no fear. Space Marines don't run. They fear nothing. But that's, I thought it would actually be here in the credits or something, or in the prelude, but when I saw that they didn't have that, I was like, well, I'm going to look up the paragraph real quick, so that we can fix that. But, that's Space Marine 2. I would say that if it seems like a sort of game that you would like, that I would recommend it. It's fun. You know, an arcadey sort of like pseudo Gears of War story-driven shooter. It was enjoyable. I wish it was like, you know, twice as long so I could keep on playing it, but it was a good experience. And a lot of times a game will sort of pad unnecessary stuff in there. Like, what if this game could have had, like, meaningless collectibles? It could have had, you know, like an RPG leveling up system. They wouldn't have added anything to it. They wouldn't have made the stories or the characters more interesting, but they would have padded the time. They would have made you feel like you were doing some stuff when really you were just running around on the outskirts and picking up little things. So I sort of, you know, I really respect that the game didn't try to make itself seem longer than it is. You know, you've got the different difficulty levels, you've got the extra missions and stuff and multiplayer things, but it was a really satisfying campaign, and the jump pack just still fills me with so much joy. They really nailed it. I kept saying it through the play, but like this is 40K. They really nailed it. I didn't play the first Space Marine. I guess the only 40K game I've really played is Dawn of War, which is a real-time strategy game, and I've played a bunch of like Warhammer Fantasy Total War, but that's not 40K, you know. But as an introduction to the universe and just like conceptually, like, this is how Space Marines are, I think this game's great. You know, it aesthetically very wonderfully puts you in the world. There's a lot of what I would consider the foundations of 40K, like the satirical nature of a lot of it and how like over the top everything is that doesn't necessarily come across here, but Marines aren't self-aware about that stuff anyway, right? Like, Marines don't experience irony, you know. They tend to be very direct. I mean, some of them can lie and some of them get mad, but what they don't do is, like, you know, do things ironically. They would never have a mustache like this to be funny. A Space Wolf would have this mustache because it made him look like a warrior, though. But, yeah, there we have it. This is a lot of people that worked on this game. But, you know, respect. I do love when you look and they have like a bunch of silly nicknames like, oh, this is Dmitri Slow Emperor Platov. This is Mikhail Lionhead Rybalkin, you know. They could just put on random names at this point. But, I mean, it's important. Obviously, people have to be credited for their work. And if I worked on the game, I would definitely want to see my name here. But It's so many names. Atlassian administrators. There's something called Atlas, and they had to administrate it. I don't even know what these people do for a living, but I guess that's there's an electrician on there. I know what he does. Something with mirrors. But yeah, there you go. Space Marine 2. Should have played this when I woke up one day on my day off and just did the whole thing in a bash. But the accounting department, we might be getting to the end now. Looks like a mainly sort of like a Cyrillic names for most of the developers, but now we're getting the Saber corporate. So these are the people that work higher up at Saber, like, you know, Astrid Rosmarin. What a wonderful name. But I think Russian names are wonderful. As I've related before, you know, like I love Russian literature quite a lot. And I look at the names, I'm like, oh yeah, that sort of sounds like that one name from Dostoevsky. Ah, the office cat's name is Yevgeny. So they credited the cat, and that makes me very happy because, hey, and here's some more production pets. Barsic, Lara, Mia, Margosha, Penelope, Elvin, Forest, Belyash, Golyash, Pustyasha, Ilyasha, Gizmo, Kashka, Lulu, Lyoha, Stitch, Nori, Tikon, Melzanumi, Mazia, Elera, Toby, She, Asuka, Clepia, Theodore the Cat, Taran, Martin, Ulrich, and Martin, Ava and Masuna, Iris and Oscar, Kex, Simba, Tybalt, Fern and Mabel, Kelvin, Kyrabal, Richie, Telly, Businka, Koritza. I can't read them. This is too many pets. Persephone and Marble, Alyssa, Pentherich. Pentherich? Nice. Bakayo, Cat, Box, Brulik, Sepchik, Gavrosh, Chester, Nucky the Corgi, Batsy, Famuchka, Rocky, Lutic, Alisa, Tuman, Vyogi, Marcy, Misha and Izzy, Iris the Cat, Claudia Schiffer Valley Tuberose, Sir Cat Pouncelot, Elendil King Arnor, Geralt of Pushkin, Chelsea the Dog. See, this, I'm so glad I stayed. Johnny the Cat, Ishit, Ilyich, Robin, Pushok, Jay, Anfisa, Chelson, Charusha. Those are all the pets. I missed several of them. I am embarrassed to have missed... I just couldn't read them all out loud. You know, I'm sure they are all very good pets. Django. Django is a good pet name. Quality Director, Maria Teresa Nguyen. I always wonder what it's like to be named after, you know, some royalty, some famous king. Well, obviously my internet name is Tarkin, so I know what it's like to name yourself after one. Sometimes people have such cool names. Mine's pretty ordinary. Whenever I was young, I thought of changing it, but then I was like, I'll probably have to fill out a form, maybe even stand in a line. I don't want to do that. You know, the people that did these credits are smart. They knew if they put the pets in the middle, it would hook me. I wouldn't be able to look away. So what should I play next? I actually thought I was going to play this for like a week or two, but... I should learn how to make lore videos and do lore videos for 40k. Just talk to myself about 40k stuff and say the words heavy metal a lot. And incredibly awesome. But I'm thinking maybe Red Dead 2. Because I bought Red Dead 2 and Space Marine 2 on the Steam Christmas sale. And, well, everybody told me I should have been playing Red Dead 2 when it came out. And I didn't. And I figure that could be good. Some zombie game, maybe. I don't know. I'm doing so good playing games that aren't one game. Alright, now... now they listen to a CEO and a COO, and now a bunch of other people. I'm confident that all of these people were important to the effort, though, you know. Jar Wizard, you also think Red Dead is a good game? You know, I've never heard anybody say it wasn't. Maybe I just need to download it and start it up. And then break my heart every day that I have to go to work. Additional testing. Well, that's got to be close to the end. Nope, we're in IT again. I thought we had already seen some information technology. Oh, this is like for the different studios. I was like, I'll know if we get a big list of pets again that it's just cycling through. But... the pre-viz unit, I guess that's pre-visualization. Plants vs. Zombies, you know, I think I own a Plants vs. Zombies game. I have just so many games, but the only way to start getting through my Steam library is to play them, because I get like 8 a month from Humble Bundle, so I'll never be able to play all of the ones I have, because I already have, you know, like 800, but I can churn through, and sometimes I click on ones that I get, and I'm like, why do I have this game? I'm going to move this to the hidden tab. I wish they had way more 40k images for this credits crawl. You know, it's a much longer credits than the amount of pictures in this slideshow. Like, before long, we're going to get that Chaos Sorcerer's face again. And I mean, it was fine the first couple of times. I mean, there's nobody making me sit through these credits, but... I mean, you're not just going to get up and leave a movie. Will you? Some people do. Some people do. Alright, and now we're on to another studio. Man, a lot of people worked on this, you know, good for them. This one looks like a French studio, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I'm being... No, it's got to be at least somewhat French. Yeah, Les Andrades Associés. Les Andrades, yeah, because there'd be the vowel after it, so you'd pronounce the S. But yeah, what a great experience this one. Just, you know, it's like back in my day there were less credits in a game. But there's a lot more going into everything, I suppose. But if I worked on a game, any game ever, I would definitely play it and like wait to see my name there. Like John Churlish. His last name is Churlish? Oh my god. Sorry, I don't want to make fun of anybody. He's a real person. It's just Churlish. It's, you know, from Key and Peele. Like it's anyway, I don't want to make fun. It's a humorous last name though, to me. Let's make fun of this guy, Roman Alone Pavlovich. He, not for his name, but just because he spells alone with a 1 in, you know, for the L. That's like, no, write it in the credits like that. People will know me by that name. Is that how they spell Sylvester somewhere? I love that so much. Silvestr, Sylvester. Ramses, Szesc. These credits are opening up an entirely awesome world of spellings. I'm guessing that's sort of like maybe like Baltic spellings? Sort of like the Hungarian down through Croatia, maybe. I don't know. I don't know where all these surnames are from, but some of them I've never seen Sylvester spelled that way, and it's great. Here we got more like Russophone names, Ekaterina, that kind of thing. All of these look totally ordinary to me as names, you know. Pavel, Igor, Maxim, Mikhail, Vitaly. These are just like Vitaly. Ilya. I love Russian names. I think they're wonderful. Wish I had one. It keeps on going. I'm not going to give up, you know. I sat down and I said I'm going to watch these credits. And it sure is a lot of them, though. Proud of all these people. Now it's time for Enclave Interactive. More Russophone names. Elizaveta, like, for my money, that's the best way to spell, like, Elizabeth. Like, Elizaveta, that's a great way to do it. Or, like, Ekaterina for, like, Catherine. Like, it's great. That's a good way of spelling and pronouncing these names. Are we getting to the end? It doesn't matter. Now we're finally getting to the voice actors, so we're probably getting to the end now. Any names that I recognize? No, I don't think so. I don't know a ton of voice actors anyway. Only a few very famous ones would even stand out to me as names. Or if they, get, people that are famous for not voice acting to do it, which some games do sometimes. You're like, wait, is that Patrick Stewart? It's not in this, but And, Oblivion. Yeah, but I have to think that the voice acting's going to be the last thing. But of course, we're now just getting through the various troopers of the game. Man, there's a lot of people here. I wonder whether they get paid for doing like 8 lines. Like, what's the scale? That person's name is Strippin. Strippin. That's their name, and I read it, and now you've heard it. It's in the credits. They also voiced a machine spirit, so Strippin did like some extra work. Maybe you can get credits in each area for doing it, so that's good. I really admire Strippin's hustle there. Oh, they also did a Prometheum worker. I'm going to be paying attention now with great interest to Strippin's career. There's a dude named Marilord. Okay, he also played a Demirium trooper. Yeah, I bet this Strippin fellow is going to show up like all through modern video games, and I'm just going to need to watch the credits in order to see. Oh, and then they also have French voice actors. Good for them. But they just throw it under the cast. So the important thing here is we're going to find out if Strippin has chops for other languages or like access to those markets. That's going to be really important here. So like main cast in German, all of these names are fine, but we're looking for our guy Strippin. Is he going to be here? No, I don't think so. It's probably not in his hometown. Shame. Okay, so now we've gotten the French, the German, and now we're on the Spanish language credits. They really have a lot of people working on this game. But only one of them do we know by name. They only have one name. Oh, and Chinese Mandarin. Great. They don't even transliterate the characters for any of their names, so unfortunately, since I don't read Mandarin Chinese characters, I don't know if Strippin has a Chinese character in this list, which is really breaking my heart. And then Russians. So this is many of the languages I would expect the game to be translated into. What else would we expect there to be, right? For major markets. French, Spanish, German, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, English. Portuguese? Hindi? Nope, that's all the languages. Okay. And now we're on to the music. And now we're done with the music. Hey, there's the Warhammer official licensing. Special thanks to all those at Games Workshop who contributed to this project. In memoriam of Total Biscuit. Hey. My man Total Biscuit gets a special shout out here. Awesome. Perhaps he reviewed the first game or something. Total Biscuit, of course, hasn't been with us for many years. All right. So you could go to the other game modes and then compete against people in Eternal War. So you go here, you go to like operations. Okay, and then you can change what kind of Marine you are. And now there's like other people that I'm playing with, I guess. So I'll have to try to not upset them. Oh. Well, I'm not allowed to play that.
This place crawls with Salasa. The Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility?
We have been blessed with a swift arrival.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Stealth ready.
Our destiny lies.
We're waiting for the other guy to show up. But yeah, so I guess this is what you do. You start up and then you wait for something.
Rendezvous at mark.
I am airborne ready. Leave no alien trespassers alive.
Get eyes on this spot. Do not waste time. Rally on me.
Alright, massive enemy wave, but we can't get out yet. So it looks like multiplayer in this game is plagued with
Checkpoint located.
Reloading.
Rendezvous alien 5 park.
Swapping magazine.
So the other guy down there is like totally playing like I normally do,
Frag grenade.
where you just like do whatever.
Changing magazine.
It is poor tactics to advance alone. My weapon holds only vapors. The armory is mine. Reloading magazine.
Alright, well it looks like now the warriors are going to show up.
I shall wait until
But we got an
all are
achievement for unique dismembering, so that's good.
That pitiful Xenos was but a horrid blight.
But it seems like, you know, if if your squad was actually playing with you, or like playing with friends, these modes would be fun, you know, a little arcadey thing to just bash through them.
Commencing reload.
Skitter to the grave, Xenos fiend. Our banner awaits unfurling.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, now he's figured it out.
Infernus pattern melter charge. Impressive.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Yeah, indeed. The most online experience possible. Like, hey, you're the guy with the shield, right? Why don't you run in the opposite direction of where we're supposed to be? I'm just hanging out with him now.
Replenishing firepower. A lictor hunts us, veiled by alien stealth. Be as an angel of death.
We crush the ravenous brood.
It makes my jump pack not very good at all because it has to be balanced.
Behold the supremacy of Ultra.
A Dark Angel banner. Oh, I guess, yeah, he is just like a Dark Angel guy.
Fire on those mines.
Take flight and let terror fall.
Stims injected.
My war gear is satisfied.
Delta charge prime. Deploying now.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Commencing reload.
Near regenerator 4.
Warning. Violent dismantling of Generator 4 in progress. Punish the ignorant iconoclasts.
Oh yeah, boom!
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its carcass.
I think there's a mode with, like, PvP. We'll try that after this one. I think this is just like the PvE squad-based things, but yeah. But I mean, most of the legions do have direct conflict from time to time. It's like, Warhammer stories are such that basically anybody can fight anybody.
Let me administer aid. Score my arm.
X-axis aligned. By the Omnissiah's will.
The pious machine. It's slow. Swapping magazine.
Because for the PvP online thing, or the mode that looked like PvP, it looked like a berserker of Khorne fighting against a loyalist in the thumbnail. So I'm thinking that's probably, you know, like more of a PvP arena.
Secure immediately.
but it definitely seems like these modes would be just added on sort of like as an afterthought, you know, for people that wanted to experience more 40k stuff with their friends, which again, like, is awesome. And it could be really cool for like, you know, machinima sort of art stuff, you know, because if you have these cool like 40k animations you could make, you know, and do clips of, I don't know how the camera mode is, but that's the sort of thing that I often think about whenever, you know, I see.
Demolition deployment sequence concluded. No errors logged under the Omnissiah's watchful oculus.
We are ready to ambush the enemy, Captain.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Promethean fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Another alien falls to the Imperium's keep. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Jump pack refueled.
Hey, we got an armor boost. Only because that guy pointed to it, though.
Join me directly. Into the breach once more. Wrath shall reign.
Oh, I missed him.
Avenging angel. Expose me. I am the righteous storm the Emperor sees all impious.
Hey, we got a salamander with us. He's doing salamander things like flamethrowering people. Salamanders love flamethrowers.
I am seized in the blood. Releasing frag grenade. Commencing reload. I am airborne ready. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. That Ravener shall carve no more scars into the landscape. Replenishing firepower. Stim shot injected. Melter bomb and noise. All specs ready to scan. Avenging angel against my duty necessary. We as a name. My Primarch's gene seal is strong. I shall suffer your poor aim for only so long, brother. That silenced the Tyrannic's vile cheating.
Oh yeah, just this mode seems, you know, fun, but, you know, samey. I don't know how,
Jump pack
you know, I think it's always good for a game to have a little, you know, wave cleary survival mode like this, you know, just in case you still want a little bit more of the taste of what you were doing.
Gifts from the forge. Reloading.
And, you know, and they got to add in...
Always loved the smell of Prometheum. Smells like humanity. Smells of grit. It seethes with chemical reactions.
We have arrived at
waiting
Gnosis
for your
facility.
power. In
Run
the green
distraction
energy, I
efforts as
see
long as you
thrust
can.
and blast.
On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success.
Industry.
I will hold you to that.
Banner, ready to deploy.
No telling what surprises await. Auspex deep scan ready.
Yeah, this guy looks very much like a real Dark Angel. He's got the whole thing. I'm the one that's dressed like an Ultramarine, which is embarrassing. I should have switched to a Space Wolf first.
Wrath shall reign. Score my armor with careless fire.
My Emperor, witness the holy pyre we start in your name! Ammunition here! Main swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
All right, and now waves.
Plenty for everyone.
They are nearly upon us.
We are prepared for control first. We may be overrun, but never defeated.
Strike down the Zoan Medic.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Fuel return completed. Rights of receiving. Systems will remain locked out until the oversized nest is complete.
I am bravely injured, brothers. Reloading magazine.
Consoles alive.
That's not going so well.
Brothers, keep it up.
I think the problem is all three of us are like close range dudes,
Take flight and let terror fall.
and that makes us not very good at dealing with these floaty fellows.
Ready for another tyranny push. Mending flesh. Tyranids are attempting to reach our platform.
Switching to close assault.
Go in so good now.
The swarm has
is almost
The
fully
liquid death
committed.
awaits us.
Be ready for my mark. Initiating burn.
All system purge completed. Commencing safeguard reset. Omnisire, maintain this holy process.
Well, that could have been cool, and instead I ruined it. Yeah, they don't let you go very high up with the jump pack, which defeats the purpose of being able to look around.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Understood, Command. Readying the charge. Where shall I plant this flag?
Boom! And then we gloriously detonate.
Flames be a beacon and a warning.
Tyranid biosigns down 90% and fall. Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Hooray!
Excellent work. Move to extract.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready.
The Emperor will not abandon us in the hour of our victory.
Hooray!
Extraction complete.
Indeed.
Returning to orbit.
I actually, you know,
Commendable one, brothers. You honor your
the thing
champ.
about 40k stories is without the story, you know, what is it? You're just fighting waves of foes. But I like, you know, especially if there's, you know, more stuff. So crude but effective. We get an achievement for doing this little thing. All right, let's check out the. I gotta make my armor good. Look at this Dark Angel here. Like, look at this salamander, and look at me. Look at like a freaking ultramarine. Ridiculous. Do I have to pay them like $4.99 to dress like a space wolf? That would be very 40k of them. Alright, yeah, so we get some experience. Apparently that's a thing in the game. Okay, so here's the RPG elements, you know, you unlock your resources and that stuff. Level up your stuff, you know, get your typical now you can do fun things. So we'll just return to the battle barge to sort of leave the party, I think, and then yeah, that was fun little thing, especially since like finishing the campaign. I was like, oh, what if there were more? You know, it's definitely seems like a fun thing to play with friends and that kind of stuff. Let's see what this other one is. So, Eternal War, a PvP one. So just join a random PvP game type. How do I change the way that I look? Alright, so we could just try this quick match thing. And what's the worst that could happen? Imagine the blood angels get blood in the lobby or something. You know what I mean? So among loyalists, the two factions that get picked on the most are they're the Ultramarines and the Space Wolves. People tease the Space Wolves for they say that they're furries or whatever, which as a Space Wolf player, I don't think there's a higher prevalence of that community in my Space Marine chapter than in other ones. And then Ultramarines, people tease them for being boring. We'll just be a tactical Marine. Alright, so.
All specs ready to scan. Changing magazine.
We lost the advantage.
I've died again.
Claim it at once.
Alright, let's see how this goes. I think maybe tactical Marines aren't very good, but it's hard to say. See, like this dude? Oh, that's our friend. Blood Angel guy. More Blood Angel guys. They're a lot better at fighting than I am. In conclusion, I think maybe the balance on this mode is sort of like play a sniper or play a heavy. But I don't know.
Recovery complete, brothers.
Deadlocked.
Helio line engaged. Swapping magazine.
Hey, I finally caught somebody.
Frag grenade.
Our allies are halfway done.
Well, I shouldn't have ran in there.
Back into the fray.
Yeah, it doesn't... it's not supposed to be balanced, I don't think, but I don't... Yeah, the being able to fly seems too good for this. Being able to snipe seems too good for this.
So to be fair, I ain't seen nothing with a sword.
Deploying frag grenade.
Brother, killed in action.
Rearming.
Armed enemy closes
Well, that
in on
didn't sound so
victory.
good. I'll let him just do the right. No, they, so this is a Blood Angel 2, It's just, I think the flying ones are the broken ones. Because on the opponent's side, those aren't Blood Angels, those are, World Eaters, I think. I think those are Cornate Berserkers. But yeah, it definitely seems like, there's not enough space to do much in. you know, you get funneled into one central area, but of course, you know, there's probably some sort of, you know, some sort of being good at the game that could theoretically be done. But there we go, we're defeated. The score limit is reached. And we are destroyed very badly, and we get less than 1 veterancy level. But even if we had won, so I did by far the worst, right? Well, no, I did 1 and 8. Somebody else on my team did 2 and 8. Somebody did 1 and 10. So the sniper on our team went 18 and 9. And yeah, so no, he wasn't a sniper. He was just a normal tactical marine, and I'm bad. But yeah, so there you go. That's what the PvP mode is like. I don't really play player versus player stuff much anymore, but I still feel like I can get a sense of whether or not a game is good. This game is not a good PvP game. It may become one eventually. I think it might be fun to play, you know, the wave clear stuff with your friends, definitely. I don't see that PvP mode as being particularly satisfying. It just didn't look like... Look, there's not enough control. It doesn't seem balanced. There's not enough fine control of where you're at. It doesn't seem like a great player versus player shooter to me. But I'm glad the game mode's in there, you know, just a little fun thing. You get to, you know, dress up like your favorite Space Marine Legion and, you know, and jump around. And that's cool. And especially, like, if you had, like, a bunch of people doing it, like, if you knew, like, 20 people and you were playing it, then it would be fun, you know. Just cheesing your friends and, you know, all Thunderhammers or something. But I can't see wanting to be even, like, the slightest bit competitive with it. And that's the problem with a player versus player game that's not built for competition, is that, well, they're often unpleasant for the players that are playing them. But I'm glad the mode's in there. It was fun, you know, a cool little thing. Not just because I did bad doesn't mean, like, that's not why I think the game mode isn't great. I just, yeah, I didn't get the feeling that I would find it satisfying to be good at it. But all in all, I would give this game a recommend. You know, if you like the genre. Obviously, you know, the story mode, you get 6 to 8 hours out of your first playthrough on normal, and yeah, no, it was fun. It's a cool little game, and there's plenty of stuff for the 40k fan. Yeah, solid. If I gave games number ratings, I would have to figure out what the numbers went for. So you know, would recommend, assuming that you know what you're getting. You know, don't think that you're going to play this game for 100 hours. I don't think many people are, but for 10, it's a great ride. Just wanted to say, so we're going to wrap this stream up now. So thanks for watching, Jar Wizard, Natasha. Thanks for listening. Been great hanging out and doing this stuff. Sorry for the 20 minutes of credits, but hey, you know, we had to watch them. I'll be back streaming something here later on tonight, so perhaps I will catch you there. If not, well, that'll do it for this, and that's Space Marine 2. A good game. You can see from his beady little eyes that he is happy with how things have gone too. So that'll do it for this one. See you guys.